Good morning, everybody. Here's Phoebes, my partner in crime, as my other partner in crime has gone to work already. So, this week has been cray. Yeah, it's been crazy. So, as I have informed you throughout this journey, I experienced a workplace accident, a really violent workplace accident where I was physically assaulted, resulting in not only PTSD and major depressive disorder, but I still have concussion symptoms. So, because of all of this, I am off work. If you followed my journey, there's way more detail. But I am currently off work with my gal here, Phoebe. So WSIB has paid for me since my 2016 to go see a psychologist. And then London Hospital has me set up with a psychiatrist and a social worker. But WSIB likes secondary opinions. So this week they sent me to Cambridge and they wanted me to be assessed by a secondary team. So I was driven by a family member to Cambridge. When I arrived, it was 8:30 in the morning, and I was given just this normal paperwork. Like if you've ever been to a new healthcare center, just kind of normal name, address, all of that stuff. And then at 8:30 in the morning, I was given a 344 questionnaire. Yeah, this questionnaire had 344 questions. Say what? So I'm sitting in a loud waiting room full of strangers. And yes, I have ADHD, so I'm like squirrel every time a chair moves or somebody says something. And this waiting room has, at this time, I feel like the world is against me, only men in it. So I'm trying to I started in one chair and I'm shuffling myself closer to the door so I can keep my eyes on everybody while I'm filling out this 344 questions. And terrified, my spine is tingling. I'm like, hey, shit, I left my crutches at that chair, but if anything happens, I'm close to this door, I can get out and I can see all these people. Anyways, I don't finish all 344 questions before I start my evaluation. So from 8:30 a.m. until about 1 in the afternoon, I spent an hour with 4 professionals. So the first hour was an occupational therapist. The second hour was a pharmacist. The third hour was a psychologist. The fourth hour was a psychiatrist. By the end of this, I am flipping exhausted. I just spent 4 hours talking about my mental health. Mentally, physically, I don't even know how many times I had to talk about my suicide attempts, about my sexual assaults, about my physical assaults, about everything. My goals in life, just about my depression, about my anxiety, because they want to analyze why I'm having this anxiety, when I'm having this anxiety. What does it feel like? What is it like? I'm trying to explain. Okay, so my jaw starts shaking. I'm crying. I'm having troubles focusing. Things around me are getting blurry. My ability to problem solve is down, at the bottom of a quarry. I used to be able to problem solve and follow behavior support plans without issue. Now, my ability to problem solve is I can't even make it through a tough conversation with somebody I've known my whole life without flipping out. I am just so irritable for no reason. I'm just so angry. Actually, yeah, there is a reason. My life fucking sucks right now. I just spent 4 hours with those professionals talking about everything about my life that sucks. But Anyways, so I make it through those 4 hours or 5 hours, whatever it is. He does my blood pressure at the very end of it, and he says, you need to immediately get food. Your blood pressure is 70/90. And I said, I've been trying to tell them that these night pills they've been giving me that lower my blood pressure but are good for nightmares, I can't take a higher dose because I have such low blood pressure. Yes, 70/90. Anyways, so my ride home, I am like beyond irritable. Like I am now have the most intrusive thoughts. So, yes, I just talked about every single thing in my life that was traumatizing for 4 hours. So now all of these intrusive thoughts are like in my head, like, oh, that man at the bus stop that kicked my ass because he thought I was giving him funny faces. Or, the blind date that I went on that ended up like ruining my fucking life. So, anyways, this was a great day. I get home, I am just like livid. I'm like, now I have to drive back to Park Hill. So I'm having like this intense like anxiety, like I don't even know what to do with myself. Like usually I'm like, okay, you need to take a deep breath, or you need to have a bath, or you need to listen to music and put the Beatles on. Like I'm just like, it's like this out of body experience. The last time I had this, I think was anyways, that's like a whole other day. Anyways, I committed a B&E. When somebody is like, rules don't matter when you are so like, you're like, you can't even explain it. Now, it sounds worse when I say it. It was my best friend's house, and I just needed to get into her bed and take some deep breaths and put on some calming music and go to sleep. I just had to hide myself in this cocoon in her blankets and know that I was safe and that nobody around could get me. Nobody could yell at me. Nobody could argue with me. I do have to fix her screen. I crawled through a really small window in her house, and I woke up and I was still exhausted, but I was able to drive home. And I can't begin to explain, like, there's no one person that day that made me upset. There's no one person that said something. I wasn't trying to be mean to anybody. My head just can't take it anymore. I can't take these intrusive thoughts. I can't take these flashbacks. Phoebe is not a doctor, but she's been one. And so is Corey. So anyways, good news. They call me and they say, we want you to come to Cambridge for 8 weeks and do 3 to 4 days a week of intensive therapy. So now I just have to wait for WSCB to say, like, are they going to support this? Because I can't drive to Cambridge 3 to 4 days a week every day. Like, I need accommodations in that city to stay there if this is going to be successful. AKA, I can barely make it to my volunteering, let alone drive like an hour to 2 hours to Cambridge for something that, like, yeah, no. So hopefully I'm supported by WSIB and they're going to set me up in Cambridge and they're going to allow me to do this 8-week program, 3 to 4 days a week. 4 is what they want. We'll start with 3. And I will have a kinesiologist to work on physical activity with me. I will have a psychiatrist, a psychotherapist, an occupational therapist. I will have everything there to help me feel better. So that my nights, I don't wake up screaming. Or Corey's not constantly being like, roll over, roll over, roll over. And I'm like, I'm fine. Okay, I'm talking to him in a night terror. I'm not fine. He's telling me to roll over because I'm screaming. Or I'm yelling and I want help. Anyways, yeah. So I really hope I get accepted into this outpatient because I need help. I really do. And I'm sick of suffering with a smile on my face. Right, Phoebe? Of course, she chooses to clean herself at this moment. Anyways, that's my update for y'all about my journey. They want to change my meds, so hopefully I'll be awake more. Because I've been super tired on these meds. It's like they're just like medding me to sleep. Anyways, I love y'all. I've got physio now to help with this knee issue. It's getting a lot better though.